welcome back to my channel. I am back here. This is the what? About the 9th episode or the 10th video that I'm doing. Today we're going to talk about benefits of sleep, my all-time favorite. I love sleep. I think it makes one feel so much better, and lots of people underappreciate the importance of sleep. I know the benefits of sleep. I rarely get sick, so to speak. Generally, at least once or twice or 3 times a year, somebody will get a cold, or in our workplaces when we go and mingle with other people during winter season, during the cold season, most people get sick because their immune system is not rested. And this thing is so undervalued. I'm surprised. And I could be surprised because I love to sleep. I don't know. But I'm just surprised that people don't use the benefit of sleep. It has so many benefits. Adults need anywhere from 7 to 9 hours of sleep. You don't need more than 9 hours of sleep. 7 to 9 hours of what I can call deep rested sleep, where you wake up and you don't feel tired and you feel rested, rejuvenated. That's when your brain works better, you think better, there's more clarity. Those are one of the benefits of sleep. But then kids have a different sleeping schedule. This one I have to read because I don't remember the toddlers and stuff, but I do remember adults because it's anywhere from 7 to 9 hours. Teens, anywhere from 8 to 10 hours of sleep is adequate for teens. School-age children, 9 to 12 hours, adequate sleep for them. Preschoolers, anywhere from 10 to 13 hours, that's including their nap time. So anywhere from 10 to 13 hours, but you include nap time because they're still taking naps. They're still little, so they benefit from the naps too. Toddlers also 11 to 14 hours, including nap time, because toddlers are still taking naps. If you want them to function well and you don't pull your hair, have them take their naps. They're still little, they need to rest, and that's when they grow better. Babies, 12 to 16 hours. Babies are supposed to sleep anywhere from 12 to 16 hours, and that's also including their nap time. They're little, so they still need their nap time. It helps you rest as a parent, and it helps the baby to grow too. Newborns sleep for more hours because, as you all know, newborns sleep for a lot longer than we do. So anywhere from 14 to 17 hours is what newborns are supposed to sleep. Adults, I repeat, anywhere from 7 to 9 hours. Those people who say, I can get away with 5 to 6 hours, yes, you can for now. But ultimately, in the long run, what is this doing to your body? What is it doing to your body? You think you're able to function fully? Probably not. When somebody gets sick at work, you're going to get it. Your immune system is not rested. And there are people who 5 hours is enough for them. I'm not arguing with that, but how adequate is 5 hours in the long term? In the long term, you have to look at it in the long term. Is it benefiting you? Is it just effective because you've got a lot of things to do? Even if you have a lot of things to do, you have to make time for sleep overall. There are people who, I guess, are working to make a lot of money. Those people come from a different school of thought. Some people say if you're sleeping that much, then you're not able to be a millionaire, to be a billionaire. But I've seen billionaires and millionaires who still sleep 7 to 9 hours and they're still billionaires. So those are two schools of thought. Whatever works for you, I choose sleep because all-time favorite. I love to sleep. So I choose sleep, but there are people from a different school of thought. I was watching somebody on YouTube who said, actually his podcast, his topic is sleep is for suckers. So depends on you. I choose to sleep. It makes me function better, more clarity. I feel refreshed. So I choose to. So let's go through the downside of not sleeping. So if you're sleeping less than 6 hours, to be precise, 7 is good enough, but if you're sleeping less than 6 hours, you're more bound to get sick. When somebody in the office is sick, or wherever you've gone, to the store, everywhere where there's a crowd, if somebody is sick, you're going to get it because your immune system is not rested. So it's easy for you to catch anything that's going around at that time. Another thing is weight gain. You gain more weight when you're not rested. And another school of thought is if you've slept less than 7 hours and you want to go work out, you'd rather not work out because the workout is not effective. because your body is not rested, so it's useless. Put off the alarm, go to bed, get a good night's sleep, skip that day. You can always work out the next day. That will still be beneficial for you. But if you're sleeping less than 7 hours and working out, it's not helping as much. Another thing is good sleep prevents heart disease and stroke. It's in the same line of you don't get as much sick when you sleep well. It reduces depression, or if you have depression, it better controls it when you sleep. Of course, people who are depressed have a different sleeping schedule than we do. They either sleep too much or sleep too little because of the disease process. That's different. But if you're just healthy and you want to avoid it, decreases weight gain, heart disease, diabetes, depression, not to mention the clarity that it gives you. You get sick less often. That's a benefit too. You stay at your healthy weight, so you don't gain weight as rapidly. There are times that you're going to gain weight no matter what, premenopause and all that, but that's a different discussion for a different day. But if you're well rested, then it's hard for you just to gain weight without doing anything. Reduces stress. Benefits of sleep now. I'm on benefits of sleep. It reduces stress, improves clarity. You think clearly. Well, that improves clarity. You get along better with people. So in the office, nothing little is ticking you off because you didn't sleep. So now you're cranky. I get cranky when I don't sleep. So I'm talking about myself. You also make good decisions and you avoid injuries. So if you're sleepy and on the road, you can cause accidents. So it's better for you to sleep and be clear-minded. You don't get shot when people cut you on the road because you have no reason to. You're rested. You lower your risk for serious health and heart disease. So it's not easy for you to get that if you're well rested. Diabetes, heart disease, all of them, sleep will not increase your risk, decrease your risk of getting the heart disease. Now, the downside of not sleeping is weight gain and obesity. We talked about that. Diabetes, high blood pressure, which is hypertension. You get high blood pressure. Depression, increased risk of death. Increased risk of death because you've got all these diseases because of lack of sleep. So then your chances are 50-50 compared to somebody who's well rested. Granted, there are people who will survive with few hours of sleep. That's okay. That works for you. But for most people, you are encouraged to sleep. Adults, at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep, and that puts your body at a well-balanced level. There are also people who are unable to fall asleep, nothing of their own. They're just unable to fall asleep. It's hard for them to fall asleep. And if they fall asleep, then they don't sleep enough hours. They sleep 4 hours, then wake up. It kind of interrupted sleep. They wake up and then go back to sleep 2 hours, but it's not like fully rested sleep. And then there are people who have sleep apnea. So they are not able, they're sleeping, but they are not deeply asleep. They do get a machine that they put on their face. When they get that, then you find that they are more rested. But if you have sleep apnea and you don't sleep with the machine on, you wake up tired, and there's no benefit of sleep you're getting there because really your mind and body are not rested at all. So if you do have sleep apnea, you check with your doctor, primary care doctor. There's a machine they give you. There used to be the whole face machine. Now it's been decreased to just a mouthpiece for some people and a nose piece for some people, and that will help you sleep more rested. Other people who drink alcohol, some people, this is two schools of thought. Some people, you drink alcohol, it helps you sleep, and other people, the alcohol doesn't help you sleep. It interferes with your sleep cycle. So you go to bed fast because you're tired from the alcohol, but then you wake up before 7 hours are up, and you wake up. Heartburn. Ooh, people who have heartburn. You have to eat 3 hours before sleep time. These people, I have watched them wake up, the heartburn wakes them up because it is so severe. Heartburn is kind of where that you have indigestion, and some people the food regurgitates. So the idea behind heartburn is eat 3 hours before sleep, so that when you go to sleep, you don't feel that acid coming back up. It's a really uncomfortable. I watched a friend go through it, but it's a really, really uncomfortable thing to have. So for people who have reflux disease, eat 3 hours before you go to bed, and if you do, then you'll be able to sleep. But most people who have reflux and go to bed, they eat dinner and go right to bed, they don't sleep. The acid reflux is too much. It comes to a point where it comes into your mouth and you can feel the gas, but it is uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable. They have to kind of belch or do something, but they're not able to sleep. So for people who have reflux symptoms, eat 3 hours before, please, 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 if you want to have a good restful night. Insomnia, other people are just not able to sleep. Nothing on their own part. They're just not able to sleep. They have tried medications, they have tried this and that, and they are not able to sleep. They take teas, they can't sleep. They just are not able to sleep. So in this case, once you see your doctor, then they can look for other ways to help you to be able to sleep, because you can't sustain that for a long time, not having sleep. It's not good for the body, it's not good for you. So it is good to find out with your primary care doctor what to do. Other people with sleep disorders, trouble falling asleep. They have trouble falling asleep, but once they sleep, they're able to sleep through the night. But just to get to sleep is a problem. So if it takes too long and it's wearing and tearing on your body, talk to your doctor. You can come up with some solutions on things to help you with sleep. Another thing is people who snore at night. Those ones can also get tired. Yes, they're snoring. You think they're sleeping, but in the morning they're exhausted. So that one, you can go for a test. You can go for what they call a sleep study and find out what's causing the snoring. If it affects you, there are people who snore and it doesn't affect them, nothing, not one bit. So if it affects you, go ahead, ask your doctor for a sleep study. They'll do a sleep study. They have home sleep studies. You don't have to go to a lab. They'll do a sleep study on you and find out what's causing that. Another one is pauses in breathing or gasping while sleeping. Those ones most likely have sleep apnea. So if you're married, did you sleep next to somebody, you hear them breathe and then they and then you're like, what is going on? There are people who pause in their sleep. They don't know because they're asleep. You're aware because it's either your partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, and you're like, why are they going through that? There's a sleep study for those too. That's probably sleep apnea, but you need to be tested for it so that they can fix it for you and you can sleep well and wake up rested. There's sleeping and then there's sleeping and waking up rested. We want you to have the deep, deep sleep where you do wake up rested. Waking up tired. There are people who sleep and wake up tired. In that case, you are not in the deep REM sleep, so you wake up tired. So that's another thing that bothers you. It doesn't make your day good. You're waking up, you're exhausted, and you probably will be exhausted every day to where you have to reach for a cup of coffee or whatever the stimulant is for you, Red Bull or B12 or whatever it is that wakes you up. But those people also have trouble. For most people who have trouble and it's something you've tried to fix and it's not fixable, it's good to talk to your primary care and see what else they can help you with. That is it for the week. Sleep, guys, sleep. It's good for your health. If you're trying to be a millionaire, it's good for your health. But then again, you may get the millions and not have the health to use the money. So sleep well, work as hard, and then you have both money and wealth. But then now if you don't sleep and you're chasing the wealth, then you're going to have the wealth, but you won't have the health. So you guys, I wish you a wonderful week. Look forward to seeing you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.